Welcome back to the DFS Special. I'm your host, your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the list. You got 150 entries, and then you're a shark, and I don't fuck with you. So there's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in to work. You're gonna be in the running for the snowflake of the year. Get your shit together with your snowflake. I'm at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see it. Just listen to us. Really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that scored all them points over there? Player of the night. Get him in your lineups. Get him in there, and let's go get this money. Thursday, let's go, and remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300. What's up? What's happening? This is the big homie, the DFS Jerusalem. You can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, we will be chopping up the 6-game slate we have to look forward to, taking a quick look back at what happened last night on that 8-game slate. And man, I'll be sweating just a little bit about this last game, man. I've got my FanDuel line, bro. I'm really close to doing well. I mean, not like changing my life, but just doing well. I've got. If I get a little bit more Bradley Beal, bro, all I need is a little bit more Bradley Beal. Nobody in front of me has anybody, and I just need a little more Bradley Beal. I know they're getting blown out. It's damn near a 20-point game. If I got a little more Bradley Beal, that would have been so dope. But be that as it may, man, that's my best line. I've had a pretty decent night tonight across all 3 sites. Everything went pretty much the way we would expect it to go on a night like this, man, where it was very simple. The easy chalk play wasn't as chalky as I thought it would have been. I'm talking about that Cleveland stack. Like it wasn't as high owned as I thought it would have been, but the Cleveland stack was popping. That was a good one. We saw Calderon get the start later on in the afternoon. We figured that out. So it was a solid slate for me, man. Pretty solid slate. Hope you had a good one. And I'm done. There's no more Bradley Beal, and I am pissed about that. Because if I played any other shooting guard other than Bradley Beal, I take that tournament down. I'm talking about if I play Lou Williams, I take it down. If I played Chris Middleton, but any other shooting guard that did well tonight, I play him and I take it down. You know what I mean? Did you see? Yeah, LMA get out of there, 1 rebound short of a double-double. Just tough, bro. Tough. But it's all good, man. We made a little something. We got something to play with. We look at this slate today, and there's some decent games on this slate, but this is a lot of crud too. I mean, look at this, man. Memphis, Charlotte. Neither one of those teams are vying for any playoff positioning. They're both pretty much in the tank. Philadelphia, Orlando. Yeah, Philly's trying to continue their playoff push. Orlando done. Detroit, Houston. Detroit is done. Houston is already pretty much done because they're kind of locked up into their spot. The Lakers and the Pelicans. The Lakers cannot make the playoffs. The Pelicans can, but this is going to be the 3rd game in 3 nights for AD. We don't know how that's going to go down. Then you got Utah and Dallas. Dallas is completely out of it. Utah pretty much kind of set in their playoff spot. And then the last game, we got Atlanta and Sacramento, 2 teams that are definitely trying to tank. So, this time of year, this is like, okay, this season, this NBA season is like life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're born and you're a baby. You look at that as the preseason, where, oh man, it's so cute. I like playing. It's so fun. But you don't want to press too hard because it's a young season and it's kind of unpredictable. You don't know what's going to go on. And then you live the season, you live your life, and it's ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Great. It's awesome. And then you get to the end where it's old age, and now you're back to damn near being a baby. And you cannot go too hard with this. Because now, I mean, we're pretty much in preseason mode. Like, I want you to look at this like this. We're pretty much in preseason mode. So I would implore you, I would suggest you to save your bankroll, bro. Don't go ham. There's absolutely no need unless you're killing it, and that's what you've been doing recently. Keep that roll going. But if you want a little something to play with for MLB, man, you probably would want to curb your enthusiasm and lessen your buy-in some and just play for fun. Now's when you play to have fun. Now's when you play to have fun. So there's about 10 games left, and then we got the playoffs. But we got MLB popping off pretty soon, and we're going to be talking about that some as well because I don't think that the sweatshop gets enough credit for the way that we turned the industry. Like we made motherfuckers honest, bro. Like we really did. Because I came out from under a rock, and I told everybody the way to play MLB. The way to play MLB. Right now, if you make a MLB lineup and you show it to me, and you've got guys that play in different spots, or okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you a really quick example of a lineup that I would fucking laugh at and make you build again and not even play. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you right now. All right, so let's say we go to MLB. We go to whatever. Give me a $1 tournament, something I can just throw something in. Okay, $2 single entry, the stolen base single entry, right? Now things are a little bit different for MLB this year. You see, you've got the pitcher, the catcher, first base, right? Okay, now if you tell me, okay, I got this lineup, and I've got my leadoff guy or whoever. Okay, so I got Mookie Betts here, and then because Mookie Betts is probably going to be leading off, right? You got Mookie Betts, and then you've got Brian Dozier, you've got Miguel Sano, you got Manny Machado, you got JD Martinez, who's good. You got Christian Yelich, the utility guy. You got Trey Turner. Okay, now this looks like a great lineup, and you probably couldn't afford this shit because you got to play a pitcher. But I want you to roll with me on this. Okay. All right. Okay, you've got a couple of guys that kind of correlate. You've got Dozier, Sano, that's cool. You got Mookie Betts and JD Martinez. But I'm going to tell you, this lineup is shit. This lineup is trash. You know why? You know why this lineup is trash? Because you're not taking full advantage of the fact that in MLB, you cannot score. It's so hard to score unless somebody knocks you in. Okay? Unless somebody knocks you in. It's not about the name on the back of the jerseys. It's not about, oh, I got Mookie Betts, and I got JD Martinez, and I got Manny Machado, and I got Giancarlo Stanton. It's not about that, bro. It's really not. It's about the team. It is about stacking the players, going in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Find the best 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you can find on a slate. Find the best 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 you can find. Find the best wraparound. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see what I'm saying? And you don't always have to stack 5 deep. I would say 4 is the most basic stack you can use. 1 through 4, 2 through 5. That's the most basic stack. But if you show me any lineup where the hitters are not in a chain working together to score runs, I'm gonna call that lineup shit, and I would never play it. I promise you. I promise you. I have to say this, Mo, and I hope you read this. You have so much passion into DFS. I don't understand why you aren't doing the stock market. If you put the same effort in the stock market, you would kill. Word. Appreciate that, man. It is about the best stack. It is about the best stack, the best collection of players. And guess why I feel so comfortable telling you that, giving you like the key to the DFS system is because guess what? You got to find out the best stack. You got to find the best stack, and it's not always who you think it is. It's not always the Washington Nationals. It's not always the Colorado Rockies in Coarse Field. Like, it's not always those guys. It's not. It's not. And we do the best job of any DFS crew in the game. We do the best job of digging in each day, day by day, finding the best absolute stacks, rocking them bitches out, surrounding it with really solid fringe plays from a pool that we all create together, and getting to the money. Nobody does it better than us. And I would challenge anybody. I would challenge anybody to check the numbers. Because a lot of cats talk about winning. But MLB, bruh, a lot of motherfuckers talk about winning. But they can't show you the 1099. They talk about winning. I mean, I'm talking about the 100 Band Clan was started during MLB. Cats going out and winning 100 grand. That's when it was started. So I'm telling you, bro, you do not want to miss what we do with MLB. If you're already in, stay in. Stay in. If you're already in, stay in. But this lineup, while it's star-studded, and probably not a realistic lineup that you could actually use, but while it's star-studded and all these different guys from different teams, it looks like a little all-star team. Ooh. See, it's different because in NBA, players don't correlate the same way. LeBron James can score without the help of this other guy, without the help of George Hill. He doesn't need him to score. But in MLB, everybody needs somebody. Somebody got to bring you home. Unless you're just going to go up there and hit a fucking home run every time you step off the bat, you need somebody. And then, even in that case, when you hit a home run, it's even sweeter when somebody is on base. All right? So let us go ahead, jump into the feature for players of the night. These are the 4 most talked about, tweeted about guys in the DFS sweatshop, in the Facebook VIP, and as well as on Twitter. First thing I want to do is give a shout out to the homie Tone Lope, man. Much love to you, bro. Andre Arrington, Lorenzo Robinson. Good to see you in the spot, man. K-Mac, all the love to the gentleman here, man. Let's go ahead and talk about it. This first guy we talk about is the Who Dat scoring all the points over their player of the night. This is Deontay Davis, man, in 21 minutes, 16 and 11. Nice double-double for a very cheap price, 3.6K, 2 assists. Had 4 personal fouls, but still a solid game for the homie Deontay Davis. Had a really nice one there. Next guy we're going to talk about is the How Did I Miss That play tonight. And this is a funny play to me because we talked about this in the shop right before. We chopped this up, and I got so stuck on playing James Johnson that I had James Johnson and Josh Richardson that I had absolutely no exposure to Kelly Olynyk. I'm talking about across all 3 sites. I had absolutely no Kelly Olynyk, and that definitely came back to bite me. Could have did a lot better had I had some exposure there. So shout out to you in 30 minutes against my New York Knicks. You went out and scored 22 points, pulled down 5 boards, 10 assists, 2 3-point shots, man. This dude went the fuck off, too, and also had a steal. And I can tell you, there was one lineup that I contemplated putting him in. I didn't have enough. I did have enough for Michael Beasley. So I was at Kelly Olynyk, and I had everybody I wanted. The theory, what's up, big homie? So I was like, damn, man, I can't afford Olynyk. So I scanned and went down to the next guy that I liked, and it was Michael Beasley. So I had Michael Beasley on one lineup on DraftKings and one lineup on FanDuel. So next guy we're going to talk about is the Heat Check play tonight with honorable mention. And this goes out to Dwight Howard, man. Anytime you give up all them dirty 30s. I'm talking 34 minutes. Nice. 32 points. Beautiful. And 30 rebounds. The Brooklyn Nets, how do you allow, I'm sorry about rhyming, how do you allow a motherfucker to just go up and pull down 30 rebounds on you? And I'm going to tell you why this is a very popular play in the shop. I'm going to give you a look at why. Look at this. The data that we pulled up, it told us that the Brooklyn Nets were the absolute worst team on the slate against the center position. It said that over the last 5 games, they had given up 54.3 points over the last 5 to centers, and over the last 10, 48. It was one of the largest double-doubles on the slate given up to the position, 21 and 14. We looked at this, and we said, you know what? Because it was him, and then it was DeAndre Jordan, were 2 plays that we were completely on. And that's why we had so much exposure. He's in the lineup that you saw. That's why I had him in the lineup that you saw. Because the data told us. The data told us to play him. That's what it told us. That's what it told us. So we went out, had a very, very, very solid day, man, and that was one of the reasons why. So shout out to the homie Dwight Howard. You are the Heat Check play tonight with honorable mention to King James. Went out and balled out himself. There's DeAndre there at 56.5 in his Cantor 49. Really nice game we saw from Dwight Howard. Now we must discuss that one motherfucker.
Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, little snowflake falling from the sky. Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, falling, 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 falling on my head.
Jordan Clarkson. You sorry snowflake sack of shit. How on a team that put up 132 points. Damn near 80 points were scored in the first quarter. Damn near 150 points were scored in the first half. Okay? Damn near 150 points were scored in the first half. And you played on a team. I've got to show this. No, don't hold me back. No, don't hold me back. He needs to hear this shit. Okay? He needs to hear this shit. On a team where everybody's injured. The entire team was hurt. You one of the only motherfuckers that we could turn to and trust. Let's take a look at this, okay? With all these people injured. London Parentis out. Rodney Hood out. John Holland only played 5 minutes. Ante Zizic played 15. J.R. Smith. These are the guys you had to beat out. You went out. And you brought back a punk-ass measly 5 DraftKings points? Man, you a motherfucking snowflake. You a motherfucker. Man, brother, you didn't get traded for this. This is not why they traded you. You could have stayed in LA for that bullshit. 21 minutes, 4 points, 1 assist. Man, you have to be motherfucking kidding, man. You's a motherfucking snowflake with your snowflake ass, and I ain't gonna roster your bitch ass again. Look at Darrell Arthur scored more points than you. There's a laundry list of motherfuckers who scored more points than you. And you were the only one playing on TV. Bum ass. Snowflake, man. I ain't gonna never roster your bitch ass again. You're damn near dead. Let's get on with the rest of the motherfucking show. Now, today's show is gonna be about what it always is, man. This is where we look at the rankings. We see where DraftKings ranks their players. We see where FanDuel ranks their players in terms of pricing, and we look at those and put those together and see what we can come up with. Okay, so let's go ahead, jump into it. The first game we got on the slate is going to be the Memphis Grizzlies, and they're going to Charlotte to go see the homie. I got hoes. Kimba is at the crib. You know what time it is, man. Anytime Kimba's home and you're looking at the Memphis Grizzlies, a team that really sucks against point guards, man. Not good at all. Giving up 44.2 points over the last 5. The Hornets are even worse against point guards, but still, we get Kimba at the crib at 8.2. Very fair price for him. Dwight Howard. Now, this is a really tough spot because a lot of people are going to chase that. On a 6-game slate, they're going to chase that. And the Memphis Grizzlies actually don't give up much to centers. I'm talking over the last 5 games, 22.9 points is what centers have been getting against them. So you may want to curb your enthusiasm on Dwight Howard. The price is down to 7.7, but this is actually the worst spot on the slate for centers. So Dwight Howard to me is going to be in play strictly from a pricing standpoint, not because of the matchup. This is not a great matchup, but because of the pricing, we could see a solid performance here from Dwight Howard. It is a back-to-back, so you might want to bear that in mind as well. Jeremy Lamb at 5.7 is in play. I wouldn't have an issue there. Marvin Williams didn't play many minutes last night, only 20, so you might want to look to him. Remember, this is a 6-game slate, so power forward has been a problem spot for the Memphis Grizzlies as of late, so I would not have a major issue playing a guy like Frank Kaminsky at 4.1. That could be a usable play. On the other side, we're talking about JaMychal Green, like him here at 5.8. I think Andrew Harrison, if he's gonna play and we know he's gonna get the minutes, this is actually the best. This is the best game on the slate to play a point guard against the Charlotte Hornets. The best one on the slate. So you're looking at Andrew Harrison at 4.9. Maybe you might see Ricky Reek. I don't know if he's going to be shut down or if he's going to be playing. But whoever the point guard is for the Memphis Grizzlies, you can play him against the Charlotte Hornets. Even though they're at home, you can definitely play him. Dylan Brooks at 4.6 could be interesting as well. And it's tough to play. A lot of times, you look at it as tough to play bigs. Look at it as tough to play bigs against the Hornets. They're giving up 36.3 over the last 5 games, so you really don't have to go there. But on a 6-game slate, you're going to want to find some value wherever you can. Let's go over to FanDuel, have a look at the same players in the same game, and see where the price points are. Harrison is 6K. Look at that. Harrison is 6K on FanDuel, but on DraftKings,
on DraftKings, he's 4.9. I'm locking him in. If Harrison is out tomorrow, if no Reek, I'm playing Harrison. If Harrison plays, I'm locking him in. That price is just too cheap. Harrison has been cleared to play Wednesday versus the Sixers. He missed 9 games with a wrist injury before returning to Monday's loss to Brooklyn. He was initially deemed questionable to play Wednesday, but the 23-year-old will be available for second straight game and will be in line for another start with Tyreek Evans out. Okay. The whole, Andrew said the whole Memphis team is dead to him. And I can tell you this though, if I find out that Harrison is playing and starting, I'm locking him into almost every lineup. I mean, the spot is too sweet and too good against the Charlotte Hornets. So let's go back over to FanDuel. Now here at 6K, I'm not as in love with that. I like the price being so cheap on DraftKings, but Jermichael Green 6.5. He's a guy that we can play. Dylan Brooks maybe at 4.8 can be a usable option. Kemba is 8.6. I still think he's playable. Dwight Howard, don't really love that as much as I did on DraftKings for the double-double bonus. That's really solid. Lamb is 6.6. That's pretty extravagant. I don't love that one. I think there's better spots to pay up for 6.6 at a small forward spot. Marvin Williams, 4.1 could be usable. Frank Kaminsky, I think I could get behind him at 4.2. Next game we got is going to be the Philadelphia 76ers. They're going to Orlando to take on the Magic. And we got Joel Embiid is 9.9. We've got Ben Simmons at 9.1. Orlando, the biggest struggle spot, because Orlando does struggle against centers. But I believe the biggest struggle spot we've seen for the Orlando Magic over the last few games, I believe has it been point guard? Yes, it has been point guard. Point guard has been the biggest struggle spot for the Orlando Magic. So Ben Simmons looks to be in play for me here. Possibly Joel Embiid at 9.9. This is a back-to-back. I want to see, how many minutes did he play last night? Did he play a ton of minutes? I want to check. Let me look and see how many minutes we saw from Joel Embiid. Because they just played the Grizzlies. Lamb's price has skyrocketed. Dwight suspended for Ooh. Dwight suspended for 1 game. Okay, that's gonna open it up a little bit. That's gonna open it up. Okay. Because this was pretty much a blowout. So yeah, Embiid only played 19 minutes. So I like him. The Wizards coach screwed you with Beal in that $2 single entry mode. That could have been a profit. You saw that? I was in there, bro. I was in there. I was looking good. He just stopped playing. Like, they gave up. The Wizards gave up. Okay, so 19 minutes last night for Embiid. I think both of them cats are going to be in play on a 6-game slate. I think both of these cats are going to be in play. Covington could be there. Bellinelli at 3.6 looks to be usable. Orlando on the other side. I wouldn't mind Vooch at 8.4. I wouldn't really mind that. Aaron Gordon at 7.3 looks to be a playable option as well. We look at power forward against the Philadelphia 76ers. Not good. D'Angelo Russell just got 33 points on Kemba. If no Reek and Harrison running point at 4.9, that's great value. I agree. Okay, so we look at small forward against. Okay, that's where they give it up at. They give it up small forward. That's why. Okay, that's why I like Aaron Gordon. I think Aaron Gordon is in play. I like Aaron Gordon. I do like Aaron Gordon in the spot. So Vooch, Aaron Gordon, possibly DJ Augustine at 5K. That's going to be where I'm going. TJ McConnell's in play for me too at 3.6. I need him to get some more minutes though. I really do. Willie Hernangomez might be a sneaky value. Yes, he could be. Let's see if we can get some news on Dwight Howard suspension. Let's see. Let's go pop open Twitter and see if we can get some news on Dwight Howard suspension. Let's see. Is that a thing? Jamie Tran says he has a pretty good history against Orlando. Okay. Dwight with his 14th technical foul of the season, 2 away from a 1-game suspension, and then he got it. Okay. Damn, that was okay. So we got it. Damn. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So now let's go back because Dwight's not in play. Now Frank Willie Hernan Gomez looks like a play now. Frank gonna be chalky as fuck. Frank gonna be the chisel. You better believe that. Frank gonna be the chalk. Yeah, Frank Kaminsky gonna be the chalk. I liked him anyway, but I guess yeah, cool. Hell yeah, hell yeah. So now let's go back over to FanDuel to look at this Philadelphia and Orlando game, where we've got Embiid at 11K. I hate to pay that much, but on a 5-game slate, a 6-game slate, you're gonna have to pay up somewhere. Ben Simmons 10.4 looks like a triple double waiting to happen. Sarge at 5.9, kind of like that. Redick at 4.70, still cheap. Redick is gonna have one of those good shooting games at some point, man. I really think so. I really think so. Ersan at 3.8, don't love that. Marco Bellinelli at 3.9, yeah, we can use that. TJ McConnell 3.5 minimum salary. Vooch at 8.8, yes. 7.5 for Gordon is usable. DJ Augustine 5.5, I think that's usable. Okay, cool, no problem. Next game we got is gonna be the Detroit Pistons going to Houston to take on the Rockets here, and big time rebounders against the Rockets, man. What have they been doing? You know what I'm saying? You look at Rockets against centers, and they have not been awesome. They've given up 33.8 over the last 5 and 38 over the last 10, so they've gotten just a little bit better. But still, I mean, I think Drummond at 8.7 is a lot more playable in an up-tempo, high-paced matchup. The problem is this game could easily blow. That's the problem. The problem with this game, the top could fly off of this game real quick. So the only guys that I would play if I was going to play anybody from this game would be cats like Blake, Drummond, maybe some Reggie Bullock at 4.7 I could get behind. Because I'm looking at who's going to get those blowout minutes if this game does blow out. You know what I mean? And possibly like Luke Kennard at 4K. Could have to see him shoot in order to try to keep him in. Maybe even Stanley Johnson at 4.2. But Chris Paul, game time decision for him at 8.1. Let's check out his ailment. Leg not specified. He could return to. So probably nothing serious. He's probably going to play. Point guards against Detroit have been a thing. Shooting guards too. But give me Harden maybe at 11.6. Yeah, I don't want to pay up for this much. I don't want to pay up that much for in a game like this that might blow out. And we hate to predict blowouts, but and then look at centers against the Pistons. That's been a pretty cool thing too. So Clint Capella at 6.8 looks to be usable. Then power forwards have been good against them as well. So I'm not saying PJ Tucker. I'm looking at guys like for value, like Bamute for value. Power forward minutes in the blowout could be good. Ariza at 4.9 could be a play we like. Yeah. And see, this ain't like Houston blowouts last season where you could still play Harden because if anybody was going to blow somebody out, Harden was going to be the one to benefit from the blowout. But, I mean, him, Chris Paul, like it's so many weapons, you know what I'm saying? They blow out. So all of those guys could be a part of the blowout. That's the reason why I don't love Harden. I don't love Paul in this matchup against the Detroit Pistons. Plus, this is a team that is definitely in the tank. They're not trying to win right now, So let's go over to FanDuel and take a look at the very same game in this matchup where Drummond is 9.9, no way. Blake Griffin is 9.1. Bullock, Reggie Jackson is 3.5. Could he get some minutes? Could he play 20-plus minutes? If that's the case, a minimum salary point guard against the Houston Rockets, I'd play it. I'd play it. You give me a minimum salary point guard against the Houston Rockets, a team, that's pretty decent, but still giving up 43 points over the last 5 games to the position. I could play Reggie Jackson here at minimum salary. Chris Paul 8.5, Hardy 11.8. Clint Capella is a lot more priced up on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. So Ariza is cheaper. I'll take him to bounce back. Batumute 3.8 could be a playable. Eric Gordon 4.7. So yeah. Next game we got, this is the crazy slate. Next game we got, now we read the Pelicans game wrong. Okay? Pelicans and the Pacers. I thought that was going to be an up and down the court, high pace, high fructose corn syrup, sweet ass game. That's what I thought, and it turned out to be a dud. That game turned out to be a straight up dud. I'm gonna go to that game and kind of take a look at the minutes, because we know that take a look at this one. Let's see. I want to take a look because I want you to see like how bad of a game this is, and I also want to kind of comb through the minutes and see how many we saw from some of the better players who led in minutes. Depot played 35. Okay, cool. Looking at the Pelicans. Let's look. See, that's tough because AD played 35 minutes. Etuan 34. Drew 32. 28 for Rondo. 27 for Miritic. Like, damn. That's tough right there, because a lot them cats. I mean, the top guys played a lot of minutes, so I mean, there's a good chance we might see AD not play. I mean, that's a lot of minutes for him to heap on him, you know, for 3 games in a row. So that's tough. But if he plays, and I'm all about it, I'll play him if he plays. Drew Holiday down to 7.8. Yes, I'll play him. Rondo at 6.3. I'll play him. Miritic 5.5. I'd play him. Sheik Diallo at 3.8, I'd play him in this spot. I would. On the other side, we're looking at, you know, what spots are good to attack. Well, the Pelicans' point guard is not a bad spot. So you look at Lonzo Ball at 7.6. He's got to deal with Rajon Rondo defense. That's pretty much a walk in the park. Then you got shooting guard Kentavious Caldwell-Pope at 6.2. That's another good spot against the Pelicans, if this is a fast-paced, up-tempo game the way that we thought it should be. Then you've got where the Pelicans against small forward. Yo, the Pelicans, they're not very good against small forwards either. So, damn, man, where are you, Brandon Ingram? Come on back, baby. Kyle Kuzma at 6.3 looks to be in play. Then against power forwards, that's kind of the Pelicans' like best spot. That's kind of the Pelicans. That's kind of, yo, I'm not gonna hop straight on Randall like that. Pause. Because that's not a great spot. I like Isaiah Thomas more at 5.7. That's not a great spot for Randall. Power forwards haven't been getting off against the Pelicans over the last few. They haven't been. They give up 36.5 to the position. Brook Lopez, I think Brook Lopez will be in play as well. Look at where the Pelicans at here. No, man, they've been defending centers pretty good too. Over the last few games, they've been 35 over the last 5 games. Tomorrow's not a high-scoring game. The Lakers been playing defense. Okay. Well, look like maybe like the Indiana Pacers were last night. Because Ingram is out, Hart out, Channing Frye, he's probably out. Brolo was a game time decision. He's 6.7. I don't love that. Just give me Lonzo, Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and some Isaiah Thomas, and I'll be done with it. But AD definitely in a solid spot here. Definitely. Same game on FanDuel. Let's have a look. Randall is 7.5. I see because I get a discount and I'm paying less for him on FanDuel, I'll play him. Same thing goes for Lonzo Ball. I like him. Kuz 6.2. Kentavious, yeah, on FanDuel, I like these guys a lot better on FanDuel. Yeah, I like him a lot more on FanDuel. AD is 12.5 on FanDuel. Drew still priced up at 9K. That means I love him on DraftKings. Rajon 6.3. Miritic 5.5. Diallo's 3.9. Okay. Next game we got is going to be the Utah Jazz going to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. And the Jazz have been somewhat of a stackable offense over the last few games, man. If you really take a look at it, they've been able to do well. Gobert at 8.3 should really mop up and clean up against Dallas here. I think that this is a spot. This would have been a great rookie matchup spot. If we did have the homie healthy, Dennis Smith Jr., this would have been a great rookie matchup with him and Donovan Mitchell. We don't have that, but I still think Donovan Mitchell is a solid play, as well as Ricky Rubio. Ingles is in play for me at 6.4. We get Derek Favors back at 5.1. So I like a lot of the Utah players. The problem is, does this game stay close? So on the other side, I know power forward, when Derek Favors is on the court, has been a big problem, a problem spot for Utah. So you look at Dwight Powell at 5.4, I think can be a solid play. Give me some J.J. Barea at 5.5 against Rubio defense. I think Yogi Ferrell at 5.1 can be usable. Maybe some Nerlens Noel at 4.1 against the second team whenever Rudy Gobert isn't on the court. That should be enough. Can't believe it. Yeah. Isn't that crazy how Atlanta beat their ass the other day? That's crazy. Same game on FanDuel. Let's have a look at the price points where Gobert 9.5. Ooh. Donovan Mitchell is 8.1. Rubio 7.4. Ingles is 6.6. And Favors is 5.6. We've got a 5.7 for Harrison Barnes. They are begging us to play Harrison Barnes. He is so cheap. 5.6 for J.J. Barea. Dirk is 5.1. Powell 5.1. That's going to be usable, I think. Nerlens is 5.1 and Yogi Ferrell is 5.1. Nobody on the Dallas Mavericks team is 6K. Drink that. No, okay. Look at this. No, this should go to show you. Now, see, okay, see, this is. I love these moments where we get to teach each other and learn things from each other. All right, check this out now. Two things I want y'all to notice. Number one, nobody on the Mavericks is 6K. The most expensive player here is 5.7. Man, one of these motherfuckers got to score 40 fantasy points. Somebody on the Dallas Mavericks has to score 36 fantasy points, which would be 6x value or better for any one of these people. Somebody's going to score that, okay, on FanDuel. Number two, if you look at the starting five for the Utah Jazz and the sixth man, from Rudy Gobert to Jay Crowder, every other motherfucker on the team is minimum salary. O'Neal, Exum, Jerebko, Burks, Udo, all of these dudes are minimum salary. What that means is these motherfuckers play a lot of minutes, the starters. I think they play a ton of minutes. Gobert, Mitchell, Rubio, like Ingles, they play a ton of minutes. So if you look at if you're in a situation right now, because we're in a situation now at the end of the season where minutes actually equal money, and we've seen that this team consistently plays their starters a ton of minutes, we've got to use these guys. Okay. Last game on the slate is going to be the Atlanta Hawks going to Sacramento to take on the Kings. The Hawks suck in a lot of different ways, as do the Sacramento Kings, but most notably, point guard for the Atlanta Hawks is horrible. So you look at De'Aaron Fox at 5.9, a guy that I think I can play. You look at point guard for the Sacramento Kings. They've given up 50.7 over the last 5 games. So that's Dennis Schroeder's area where he could definitely be in play. We talk about shooting guard for the same teams, and Atlanta giving up 44.1 over the last 5 and 44.2 over the last 10. That's going to put Buddy Hield in play for me at 6.6, especially if Bogdan Bogdanovic is out and we see Buddy Hield get the start. Definitely, I can see him in play. Taurean Prince at 7.2. This is the spot where I think you could play him, Courtney Park. I definitely agree with that. Dwayne Dedmon at 5.6 is a yes for me. It sucks that the late night hammer game is going to be a game with 2 teams in the tank, like a toilet bowl game. But guess what? Both of you can't lose. Somebody's got to win. And for that to happen, one of you have got to put the ball in the basket. So another problem spot we've seen for the Atlanta Hawks is going to be the power forward position. And you're looking at Scala Bissiere at 5K. With Zebo being a game-time decision. You're also looking at Willie Cauley-Stein at 5.8, which is a very solid price for Cauley-Stein, even though he is fixed at the center position. So on the other side, not too much else that I would love. I know Damian Lee's been getting some minutes here. Let's take a look at his last couple of games and see where he scored at. 14, 13, yeah, not really worth the... It could get different, but Schroeder, Prince, Dedmon, guys I think you can use. On the other side, Willie Cauley-Stein, De'Aaron Fox, maybe some Justin Jackson, but you got Buddy Hield and Scal Labissiere. Could be high scoring, no D from either side. I agree with that. So let's go over to FanDuel, have a look at the same game, check the pricings. Schroeder is 7.3, Prince 7'5". Demon is 5'8". I like that. Willie Cauley-Stein is 6.9. That's up there, but it's cool. De'Aaron Fox 5'7". I can rock there. Justin Jackson is cheap. Buddy Hield is 7K. Ooh, that's a lot to pay for Buddy Hield, boy. Scal is 5.3. I wouldn't have a major issue with that. Okay, so let us go ahead and take a look in the lobby. We're gonna hit up the lobby, and we're gonna throw a lineup in the dribbler based off of what we talked about tonight. We're gonna generate or create a lineup, and this is gonna be the officially unofficial. Harden for sure if Paul is out. Yeah, because that definitely cuts down the blowout factor just a smidge enough for us to have a look at Harden. I think so. So point guards that we did talk about that we liked. Harrison, but he's 6K. We like him more on DraftKings. We like Lonzo Ball. We like Lonzo Ball. At shooting guard, we did talk some about Harden and why we liked him. Donovan Mitchell did come up for us some, so we did like Donovan Mitchell. KCP is just really cheap, and he's somebody that we definitely think we can look at. But I'm going to save that for just a moment. Redick was a nice play, in my opinion. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. I want to make sure that we have this thing down. And the Grizzlies are playing Philadelphia. That's why Redick was popping off for me so much. So let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna throw Redick in there. No, the Grizzlies are playing Charlotte. Yeah, the Grizzlies are playing Charlotte. So shooting guard, which is actually the dude that I want to pay for. He's 6.6. I don't love that. So let's go Donovan Mitchell there. At small forward, Joe Ingles, I like him. Jeremy Lamb is actually in one of the better spots for shooting guards. He does play a lot of shooting guard. Harrison Barnes at 5.7 is kind of interesting. I ain't gonna lie, because he can play some power forward, and that is definitely a problem spot for for Utah. But we're gonna keep looking. Jeremy Lamb, bucket. Go ahead, Jeremy Lamb. I've tried to avoid you, but it's hard. AD, do I just pay? I just pay up for AD, man. I'm playing AD. At point guard, De'Aaron Fox was a guy that I definitely want to play and could serve as a late night hammer at 5.7. Shooting guard is where we're looking to pay down. This is where I grab my JJ Redick, 4.7. We got 5.1 left per position, and we've got center we need to look at. Do I play AD? No, I don't play. I don't want to play AD. I'm not playing AD. No. I don't want to play AD. Yeah, Lamb ain't cheap no more, man. Lamb ain't cheap. I don't want to play Lamb either. Barnes or Lamb? I would play Barnes. Barnes got a complete green light. I'm playing Harrison Barnes. Center. Capella was somebody that we did like. Deadman is cheap at 5.8 as a late night hammer. He said Fox will get hurt. Well, we already know we playing your boy right here. We already know we playing Frank Kaminsky at 4.2. We're gonna play him. Capella. I don't mind Capella. I really don't. I don't mind Capella. It'll be Capella or Deadman. Capella or Deadman. While y'all figure that out, Deadman sounds good. Capella, Harden, Ariza stack. Nah, I don't want to play Harden yet. Deadman. Yeah. So if I play Deadman, then I'm playing fucking if I play Deadman, I'm playing Ben Simmons. I'm going in. I'm playing Ben Simmons, And a small forward. Nah, that's nothing to pay for. Look at Jeremy Lamb just sitting there playing me. Lamb or Ingles? I like Ingles. So we got point. Okay, so we can move up from De'Aaron Fox. We can move up from De'Aaron Fox. We don't have to play De'Aaron Fox because I've got to link that hammer with Dwayne Dedmon. If I can get from Fox to Schroeder right here, I'm good. Bam, nice. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good. Lonzo, okay, that's it. I'm good. Yeah. Ball, Schroeder, Donovan Mitchell, J.J. Redick, Harrison Barnes, Joe Ingles, Frank Kaminsky, Ben Simmons, and Dwayne Dedmon. That is the officially unofficial NBA squad right there. It's subject to change, man. We can do what we want to do. All right. So thank you all for enjoying tonight's stream. Let us go out. Let us keep it real. Let us keep it honest. And let us always, always keep it 300. Peace. We out.